Welcome back to a video. Today I'm just doing a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to be using some of my favorite products, just things I've been wearing on my face every single day. Primer, the 100% pure luminous primer with vitamins and antioxidants. Really weird smell, but love the way it looks on my skin. Different setup. I'm actually sitting in front of my desk, in front of my window, so I'm using all natural light. So I know it's like a warm background, but whatever. Okay, so I'm applying that. I'm actually getting ready to go out to the mall to do a little bit of shopping. I've kind of revamped my whole philosophy when it comes to clothing, so I'm super excited to go out and shop and just kind of rebuild my wardrobe to be something that I can just go into and always feel like everything I pick out I can wear. I've been really stuck kind of lately on identifying what my style is, but I always seem to kind of go back to that classic French girl style. If you guys don't know what that is, it's essentially like just like a very minimalist approach, very classic and timeless pieces that you can wear pretty much all year round. They're not like necessarily super seasonal, and they're supposed to go really well with other clothing pieces, so they create a really great foundation and layering items with just a few more statement pieces. So there's actually like a 5-piece wardrobe rule. I'm just gonna dampen the sponge. Boop, boop, boop. And that's it. I don't have water, so I'm literally just gonna spray it with my Lila B Glisten spray. Okay. And I just used the Ilia True Serum Concealer in the shade Chicory. And this has literally been my go-to every day. I'm just wearing concealer. Yes, so the 5-piece wardrobe rule is not that you just have 5 pieces like a capsule wardrobe, but each season, whether that be broken up into fall and winter and then spring and summer, or like 2, your colder months and your warmer months, or you can do it like fall, winter, spring, and summer. And in each of those seasons you're only allowed to buy 5 pieces of clothing that are your more like statement, dressy, not your basic foundational clothes, which I really like that idea because it's sticking to the minimalist approach, but you're still kind of not feeling like bored with your outfit and your wardrobe. But there's kind of something else that I want to tie into that 5-piece. It can be an accessory, it can be a pair of shoes or a handbag or an article of clothing. However, I've kind of branched away from just getting things that are cheap and expensive, kind of like fit the budget, which you always want to stick in budget, but I found that quality of your clothing is just so much more important. Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt by saying I'm using the Ilia Fade Into You soft focused, what is this, powder. This has been my favorite powder recently since I got it, and I'm just taking this Morphe G7 brush. Again, I don't think they have the gunmetal collection anymore, but it's just like a fluffy brush. Once I dab it into, I swirl it just to disperse the product evenly on the brush, and then I just kind of plot it on my face. Yeah, so I've gotten really into quality of clothing, and I don't really focus so much on like what brand is this or like what manufacturer is this, like where it's made kind of, but I really focus on the material. So I'll always look at the price, but I look at the materials that the item is made of, and then I kind of reflect on that and say, does this make sense for the price they're asking for or not? And that's really been my deciding factor. So I'm really into natural fibers lately and looking out for natural fibers, not only because they feel so good on the skin, but because they last so much longer. I was kind of doing like a wardrobe evaluation and just seeing like what's in my closet that I've had for years that I like really like wearing, and what items am I constantly just like tossing, and what brands are those from. So I've noticed a lot of like Abercrombie and Fitch and like H&M pieces and everything just have like holes in them, or I'm like tossing them because I just don't find that they're like my style. I thought like it was a splurge item because it was on sale or something like that. So I've never really had like a true love for the item, nor did I really pay attention to the material it was made of. Bronzer, I'm going in with my Hand Cosmetics Malibu bronzer with this kind of tapered small brush. This is the Morphe R10. So looking at the clothes that I was keeping, I was noticing that they were actually made from really nice materials like silk, 100% cotton, or like a mix of like cotton and cashmere, or they were like 100% wool, or like a cashmere wool blend. And very few of the pieces that I was holding on to were made of synthetic fibers, like polyester, polyurethane, nylon, etc. Even though I have some pieces that are like a wool and then like some synthetic material blend, the large chunk of it is wool or cashmere. It's not like the other way around. It's like 1% cashmere, like 1% alpaca, and then the rest is synthetic. So, and these items I've had for like years. So I'm kind of going back to those roots and just shopping for pieces that are made really well. And it's funny too, because like pricing really doesn't always reflect exactly the quality of the clothing. I was looking at Nordstrom's online and Revolve, for example, which their clothing is really expensive. Like it's basically a store that sells a bunch of different brands, and some of their pieces were like $300 to $400 for a sweater. And I'm looking at the actual makeup and materials that were used. I'm looking for a blush, sorry, let's see. It's too pinky. You know what, I'm gonna use the blush in the Better Naked palette by 100% Pure. So yeah, I was looking at some of the quality, like what was made out of them. A lot of them were not even really good materials. They were all synthetic, and I'm not saying all synthetic is bad, but if you're paying $400 for a synthetic man-made product, you know they're getting so much profit because it probably costs nothing to make, especially if it's made in a manufacturing country where you know that it's low cost to produce. So that's pretty much my philosophy right now, and I'm kind of just discovering where I want to shop and just getting better at reading the labels and being willing to spend a little bit more, but without breaking the bank, because obviously I don't want to spend $400 on a cashmere sweater. You know, I don't have that kind of money. So it's just about being smart, which is kind of my mission and my goal with this shopping trip, mostly for basics, because it's hard to build on your wardrobe when you don't have those basics. So looking for like 100% cotton, or like maybe a blend of cotton with a little bit of synthetic materials, like I don't know, like elastin or something to add, or spandex to add a little bit of stretch, but nothing that's gonna fall apart and lose shape in the wash. I'm using this really nice bronzy middle color. This is called Bear Hours. I can't tell. Maybe it's just called Bear. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's the French, because it says kitty and then it says chat and then bunny and lapin. So it's like, it's the French. That was dumb of me. Until I read the other ones, I was like, oh, the French version. Okay. Anywho, so yes, it's really pretty kind of like coppery, bronzy color. I'm just putting that all over the lid. And I like how like the shimmery shade, I kind of blend it up into my crease and closer to my brow bone, But even though it's one eyeshadow, it kind of just looks like this like gradient where it's like lighter on the center of my eyelids and looks like darker in the crease. So it's like a good one sweep and done. Okay, get into highlighter. The highlighter I'm gonna wear today is the Lila B Glisten and Glow. And I tried using this with a brush before, but I honestly think the best way to do it is with your fingers. But yeah, I always thought like places like Aritzia and stuff where their prices are a little bit more expensive was like where I was gonna find quality. But to be honest, like I think they had quality a few years ago. Like, okay, so I'm just filling in my eyebrows right now with the Plume. This is actually Daybreak, and this is their brow definer pomade, and I'm using the MOTD Brow Chica Wow brush. This actually does come with a brush. I think you can buy it without a brush now too, which is great because if you've purchased ones, you don't need to get the brush every single time. But this one has like a really sharp kind of point to it, so I find it really good for like a precise brow. I think they are actually sending me their new pencil, which I'm really excited to try. The only problem is I think they sent me like a dark brown shade, which I feel like would look too harsh, so I guess we'll just see when it comes in the mail. But I was really excited to try that product out when I saw that it was launching. Yeah, so going back to yeah, Aritzia. So I have some clothing pieces from Aritzia that I thought were like really good quality, but I've noticed with Aritzia, and actually this goes for a ton of other brands, is that their quality of clothing throughout the years has progressively gotten worse. And I find that they're just kind of cutting corners and using like less expensive materials and probably less expensive manufacturing and like different grades of quality of like wools and stuff, because like when you feel it, and it doesn't necessarily feel the best, but their prices are increasing and or staying the same. So it's just like super hit and miss. You really have to go in store and just kind of like read the labels and feel and try on and see how it wears. But yeah, like brands and where you shop is like, it really doesn't matter. Like you can have like a really good quality piece of clothing from one store, but the rest of their items being like shit. So I've kind of learned that. Mascara, hold on, I'm trying to find mascara. Okay, I'm gonna use the WL People Expressionist Volumizing Mascara. I need a mirror. So yeah, I feel like materials and feeling in person and fit is like some of the biggest criteria I have. And just kind of realizing that I can buy less and just buy one piece of item that I can wear more. And like, I think the reason why I realized this is I got a turtleneck from Club Monaco that's made with like 75% merino wool and like a little bit of stretch, and I wear that thing to death, and I can wear it multiple times and it still looks so beautiful on, and it feels so comfortable and it's breathable and it holds its shape. It's just like so beautiful. And even though I've purchased like, you know, sweaters from H&M and Abercrombie here and there, I'm less frequently going towards those ones because I just don't love the way that they fit and look, and they maybe make me look boxy or like heavier than I am and stuff like that. So I realized that I can wear one article of clothing like this turtleneck so many different ways and make so many different outfits and feel so good and confident in it and feel comfortable and like it feels really high quality, versus buying like 5 different sweaters that are from other cheaper manufacturers with cheaper quality clothing or materials and fabric and not wear them because I'm not just impressed with the styling and etc. Like maybe I sweat in it a lot because it's not breathable, especially when you're layering. You want breathable layers, and breathable layers really come from natural fibers. Anyways, I know I keep rambling on about clothing and clothing quality, etc. But if you guys are interested in kind of coming on this journey with me and actually wanting me to film a little bit more, talking more about like my criteria and how I shop and like some of the pieces that I picked up, and maybe why I went for those pieces, etc., or like want a haul, then yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll probably make like a fashion playlist talking about kind of just a minimalist wardrobe, a French girl wardrobe. If you guys aren't sure what I mean by French girl style, then just look it up on Pinterest. It's like super timeless and classy, and that seems to be always what I go back towards. Okay, so I just did mascara. I'm gonna use my Ritual Defeat White Thorn lipstick, and I've shown that in my last video, and it's a really pretty nudie lipstick from Ritual Defeat. So that is it. It's just super easy minimalist makeup, everything I've been doing every single day. Need to just blow dry my hair, and we are going to be heading out. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. And please like, subscribe, and comment below about what you think about doing some more videos related to fashion. Just realized I'm setting my face with the Lila B a glow face mist. Okay, now we're done. Bye.